Welcome to HR After Dark, where we solve the people problems that are keeping you up at night. With your host, Kayla Williams. Good morning and welcome back to HR After Dark. My name is Kayla Williams and I am your new host. So, this episode is all about reintroducing ourselves and giving you guys what exactly you can expect in listening to the all new HR After Dark. For some of our longtime fans, you may have noticed that we have been on a bit of a sabbatical over the past year. Lots of moving and shaking happening during this past year, changing things up. And I wanted to get on here with our first episode and kind of cover some bases and reintroduce ourselves. So, Willis HR, who used to own and host HR After Dark, is now JER HR Group. And I wanted to take a minute and tell you just a little bit about JER and what we do so that you can get a feel for us. Because I really think that this podcast is professional yet personal, meaning that, we cover professional topics here. And trust me, in this episode, I'm going to be telling you about some upcoming topics here in 2024, and I'm very, very excited for them. But more so, this is, our personal touch on human resources. As companies, we can get sometimes lost in the daily grind, and I think that having this podcast is one of the best ways that we can continue to deliver information without having to take time out of your schedules. You can listen to this on your car ride home or on the way to work, if you're traveling, on a lunch break, or even just put it on and feel like we're co-working together during the day. And that's one of my favorite parts about it. It's so direct in the delivery of information. And that is our hope, is to continue it as such. Um, we have a lot of great episodes coming up. But first, let me tell you a little bit about JER. So, Willis HR was an HR firm here in South Carolina. And as I said, we are now JER HR Group. So JER HR Group is actually a national human resource firm. I promise you guys, I can talk. But it is a national human resource firm, and they have over 30 years of experience. And they provide compensation consulting, employee learning, organizational development, and of course, HR services, which is, where we come in. We've supported a little over 300 clients now. Last time I looked at the numbers nationwide. Um, our team and our staff, we have consultants, a little bit of everywhere, so that we can have consultants where needed, right, in various states. And they work collaboratively with our clients. They develop and provide custom solutions that align with the client's needs and strategies. And as some of you may remember, I mean, this is exactly what we were doing before, right? So no big changes here on the quality of service that is being provided to you. We are still very strategic in identifying our clients' needs and really getting them the best service for their money. And so the Trainery brand solutions, I want to cover those though, because our Trainery brand solutions, they are a different branch of our company, and they offer um, e-learning, workforce training, talent management that help HR departments optimize employee skill sets, knowledge, productivity, employee experience. They have a lot of products. And of course, all of this you can find information on the website at jerhrgroup.com. So we are going to have some guests come on. Our next episode, we will be having an expert on the history of JER, because, I've only been with JER for about a year and a half now. And so our next episode, like I said, we're going to have that expert come on. She's going to talk to us about all the different things and kind of the timeline and the history of JER, as well as kind of going into how exactly we can assist. Before we do that, though, I do want to give you a little sneak peek of what's going to be coming this year. I am incredibly excited. Now, most of those that have met me, though, some of our long-term listeners, especially, have probably met me. And, I get so excited about things. This is going to sound cheesy, guys. I get so excited about things that are good for or impactful in a good way to our clients. And that is a big reason why the podcast is my baby, because we get out this information. I love our webinars. By the way, if you haven't checked it out on the JER website, we do monthly webinars. They're amazing. We have some great presenters. And so I love the webinars that JER does. And we plan on expanding on that and adding to that. But this method of delivery, just like I said, it hits hard. We can get out information fast if there's updates. I don't know. I was just talking to one of our consultants this week, and she was explaining to me about the national. So this is on a federal level. They're going to be changing. Well, they might be changing. I'm not going to say they're going to, but they might be changing the minimum salary federally. And as you can guess, that's going to be highly impactful. So now that's not coming for a couple of months, but this is just an example of the things that we're going to be able to get out to you. As soon as that is, if it goes through, which from what I'm hearing, it's looking like it might. As soon as that goes through, we're going to be able to get you out a podcast that has all the information on it. We're going to keep you up to date. Even if these are 15-minute podcasts or an hour-long podcast, you are going to be getting the information that you need to not live in fear of all the HR topics. Because as someone who has worked with an HR firm for, oh gosh, going on 8 years now, it can be intimidating and it can be a little bit scary. So let's go over those topics that we're going to be doing. Going into 2024, let's see here. We have our NDAs, a thing of the past. When fear holds owners back. And then we're also going to have another episode on the opposite end of that, when fear holds employees back. We're going to be covering how lack of training could be costing you and your organization, the difference between micromanaging and accountability, and of course, how 2024 is going to impact HR and the workplace. There's so many topics to come, and I'm very excited for all of these. You're going to be able to catch these still on Thursday mornings. These are going to be dropping no later than 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And honestly, I just think that they are going to get better and better. So as we continue into 2024, I really hope, and this is just transparency with our audience here. My hope is that HR After Dark will become your go-to for what is happening right now in the HR world. What is a resource that I can use for my business? And I'm hoping that this will be that for you. So I know that this one is short, sweet, and to the point, but like I said, I just wanted to do a quick introduction, a reintroduction, mind you, and we're going to get on our way. So I hope that you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I really appreciate you listening, and thank you for sticking around to our long-term listeners, and welcome to the new listeners. Again, I hope that this will be fruitful for you and your business. Have a wonderful day. And welcome back to HR After Dark.